In this video, we'll cover some tips you can use when searching and briefly cover how to use the filters in JSTOR. Let's start with phrase searching. Phrase searching is when you use quotations around a set of 2 or more words to search in a database for the words to appear exactly as they do in the quotations. For example, if I wanted to search for articles about ancient Greece, if I put quotations around the words ancient Greece, it will tell JSTOR that I want the words to appear in the order that I've typed them, and that they must appear next to each other in the results. You can do this for longer strings of words as well. JSTOR also has a list of operators you can use in the basic and advanced searches. In the advanced search, there will be a drop-down menu with the operators before each new search box. JSTOR allows you to use the boolean operators and, or, and not in your search. It also has the operators near 5, near 10, and near 25, which work similarly to phrase searching. Let's go through the different operators and how they work. And tells JSTOR that you want to narrow your results to include both the first term you enter and the second term. For example, if I'm searching for information about women in ancient Greece, I could search women and ancient Greece in quotations. This would display results that have to include both women and the phrase ancient Greece. Or expands your results by looking for items that contain your first term, your second term, or both. It's good to use or if your results are too limited and you want to add a synonym or new term to the search. For example, if I'm searching women and ancient Greece, but find that I'm not getting enough results, I could add terms that are a synonym for one of my existing terms, or add another term entirely. I could search for women, or ladies, or girls, or females to expand my results, because authors might have used a different word to describe the population. Or I could expand the locations I cover. So I could search women and ancient Greece, or ancient Rome, to expand the locations I want information about. If you feel like you're getting too many results already, you might not want to use or. In this case, you could instead use not to limit your results by getting rid of the results with a specified term. The way this works is, say I'm searching for women in ancient Greece, but keep getting too many results about gender roles. If my research doesn't need to include resources about gender roles as related to women in ancient Greece, I can easily get rid of the results with the term gender roles by adding it to my search with the boolean operator not. I could add it like this: women and ancient Greece, not gender roles in quotations. This would still locate any articles containing women and ancient Greece's terms, but would get rid of any of the returned articles that also talk about gender roles. The operator near is very similar to using phrase searching. When I phrase search ancient Greece, I'm telling JSTOR I want the words to appear in my results exactly as I typed them. Ancient, followed by Greece, with no words in between. Near tells JSTOR you want to search for 2 terms within a certain number of words of each other in your results. So near 5 would search for ancient and Greece within 5 words of each other. Near 10 would search for the words to appear within 10 words of each other, and near 25 would search for them to appear within 25 words of each other. Near can be useful when phrase searching isn't getting you enough results, or if there are too many articles coming up with your search terms appearing too far apart to be relevant. You can use any of these search tools in JSTOR's basic search by typing the operators in the search box with your terms, or by using the drop-down in the advanced search. Before we jump into searching, let's also briefly go over the different filter options we have in JSTOR. Filters appear on the left side of the page after you complete a search using the basic or advanced search, but there are also more filters available on the initial search page for the advanced search. After you search, you can limit by content type, publication date, subject, and access type. To view all of the filters available, go to the advanced search by selecting it on the menu at the top of the page. The filters all appear under narrow by. The first set of filters are for item type. You can decide if you want your results to include articles, reviews, books, research reports, pamphlets, or miscellaneous items. You can select 1 or more options from this list. If you don't select anything on this page, you can still select articles or book chapters after you complete a search. Depending on your assignment, you may have to search for a certain number of scholarly articles. You can select articles from the list to limit to that type of item. If you need books, you can select Books and Reviews. Reviews won't give you access to the books being reviewed directly in JSTOR most of the time, but if you find a review for a book you would like to use, it's likely that we have access in another database or have the book at UT Libraries. The next filter option is to filter by language. This will let you limit your results to items written in only the languages you select. Publication date can be entered in a few different formats. You can search for a year range, or get specific by entering year, month, and day. This can be useful when looking for books or articles published in a specific time range, like in the last 10 years. You can also use the journal or book title field to specify that you want to search for articles or book chapters that only exist in a specific book or journal. You will want to double check the title of your book or journal to make sure you're entering it correctly. ISBN allows you to search for a book or journal's ISBN, or International Standard Book Number. This can be helpful if you already know the ISBN because you found the book in our OneSearch or on a website like Amazon. The journal filter at the bottom of the page works similarly to the journal title box, except it allows you to select a discipline as a whole, or select multiple journals you want to search in. This tool can be useful if you're having trouble remembering the title of a journal, or if you want to see what journals for your discipline are in JSTOR. In the next video, we'll use some of these search tips and filters in example searches.